You're supposed to keep us safe, and the American people deserve some straight answers on the coronavirus.
Sorry, I don't
You're head of
understand the
Homeland
question.
Security. Do we have enough respirators? Do we have enough face masks?
Well, we do for DHS employees, but not for everyday Americans. The acting DHS secretary in Washington today answering to lawmakers. This is the CDC issues a new warning about the virus, urging Americans to really prepare for the possibility, just the possibility, of an outbreak.
Yeah, DHS is working with federal health experts, taking precautions at airports, seaports, and land ports like our international bridges. The agency's second in command in the Valley today, Kristen Colon, in our studio right now with more on his visit.
That's right. Deputy Secretary Kenneth Cuccinelli is on the coronavirus task force, but no mention of that in today's visit. Instead, he focused on immigration, border wall projects like the one currently involved in Donna and the removal programs that authorities say have lowered apprehension numbers compared to last year.
Homeland Security's Kenneth Cuccinelli in town today to highlight what he says are accomplishments like the Remain in Mexico policy, or MPP.
It deters fraudulent claims and alleviates overcrowded U.S. detention facilities. Does both those things at the same time. In turn, it keeps the American people safe while also lessening the burden on U.S. taxpayers.
A policy not in place in the Valley this time a year ago. For the 8th month in a row, Cuccinelli says the number of migrants apprehended has dropped significantly. As we have reported, thousands of migrants wait in Matamoros for their U.S. court case. Cases migrants tell us are scheduled several months ahead, so they are forced to wait in tents. Cuccinelli today says this is due process, and they are working to speed that process up. But for those who give up on their immigration process,
is a goal of all of DHS. If people are not fighting their cases, they want to return home, we want to make sure we can return them as fast and as expeditious as possible.
ICE official Henry Lucero bringing up how they have created programs with Central American countries where migrants are given flights and sent directly back. Another mention, a new policy for those seeking lawful permanent status that started yesterday.
That either they have family financial support or can stand on their own 2 feet financially and will not become, the term is, a public charge.
Cuccinelli says people applying for green cards as of yesterday could be denied if they are not self-sufficient. And for those reapplying,
totality of the circumstances test. If they are receiving cash benefits, for instance, then that will be a negative factor in considering whether to grant legal permanent resident status. But it will not be the only factor.
If they are not self-sufficient, they will be considered inadmissible.
To learn more about that new public charge, more on today's visit, head to our website after our newscast. In the studio, Christian Colon, Channel 5 News at 10.